Colonel Hiromichi Yahara was the senior staff officer in charge of operations of the 32nd Japanese Army at Okinawa during the American invasion of that island during World War II. Defense of Okinawa. Yahara, who had taught strategy at the Army War College, was assigned to Okinawa prior to the anticipated American invasion to organize its pre-invasion strategy. His recommended strategy for fighting the American invaders was to continue to tie up the American military as long as possible in a war of attrition, so that the rumored American invasion of Kyushu, Japan, would be delayed, thereby allowing Kyushu defenders more time to better prepare the defenses. Once the Okinawa invasion started, Yahara recommended holding back Japanese forces for as long as possible and using them primarily in a defensive posture, rather than an aggressive one. However, Chief of Staff of the Army, Lieutenant General Hiromichi, soon became frustrated by the relative inaction of the battlefield, and recommended banzai charges at the Americans. Yahara disagreed with this recommendation, but went along with it. But when it was clear that Cho's samurai charge methods were not working, but, rather, causing huge numbers of casualties among the Japanese infantry, along with loss of territory, Cho relented and allowed Yahara to continue to make tactical and operational decisions. Yahara's methods, since he did not have the firepower to fight the Americans directly in battle and knew that he could not possibly win, was to fight from caves as long as possible, and then, once the caves were lost, to retreat and defend, time after time, until there was no longer any room to retreat to. Yahara escapes. Lieutenant General Cho and Lieutenant General Mitsuru Ushijima ordered Yahara to escape from the Mabuni caves after they had committed ritualistic suicide. Despite Yahara's pleas to commit seppuku alongside the two generals, he escaped, disguised as a Japanese English teacher. This disguise worked well for him on the island, but eventually he was recognized by the U.S. military and made a prisoner of war with privileges due his rank. Literary contribution. After the war, Yahara wrote his account of the battle. His Okinawa Kessen, first published in Japanese in 1973, was an account of his first-hand experience directing Japanese operations on Okinawa during the invasion. He died in 1981. Yahara chronology. 1902 born, son of a small country landowner in Tottori Prefecture. One appointment to the military academy. 1923 graduated from military academy. Assigned to 54th Infantry Regiment. 1925 assigned to 63rd Infantry Regiment. 1926 entered Army War College. 1929 graduated from War College. Returned to the 63rd Regiment. 1930 assigned to Personnel Department of the War Ministry. 1933 sent to the United States as an exchange officer. Traveled Wilmington, Delaware, Boston, Massachusetts, Washington, D.C. Attached to the 8th Infantry Regiment for 6 months at Fort Moultrie. 1935 returned to Personnel Department, War Ministry. 1937 appointed as instructor at the Army War College. Spent 3 months in China as staff officer with the 2nd Army. 1938 returned to Army War College as instructor. 1940 September, assigned as Japanese agent to Siam, Burma, Malaya. November to December, reported to General Staff as expert on Southeast Asia. 1941 July to Bangkok as Assistant Military Attaché. November 15 received secret orders to staff of 15th Army. Remained at Bangkok and participated in the negotiations for the peaceful occupation of Siam. Then participated in the Burma operation with the 15th Army. Became ill and returned to Japan. again assigned to the War College's instructor. 1944 to 16 March, assigned to Okinawa as advisor from Imperial Staff. 32nd Army Headquarters, soon formed and assigned as senior staff officer. 1945 July 15, captured by American military at the Yakubu civilian compound. 1981 died. Interrogator comments, quiet and unassuming, yet possessed of a keen mind and a fine discernment. Colonel Yahara is, from all reports, an eminently capable officer, described by some powers as the brains of the 32d Army.